All right, this is Nostrovini. Ah, now, as you from the last Nostrovini report of what's going on in the world, we have an invasion either from Iran or Mars. We don't know which, but it's extending. It's getting bigger. It's getting bigger because it used to be New Jersey, and Staten Island was the target. Since nobody gives a crap's rat ass about New Jersey or Staten Island, there wasn't any emergency. But now it's spread to California, but who doesn't care about California? It's the Sunshine State, or is that Florida? Anyway, and it's Connecticut. Now, Connecticut's where the old real money, Yankee money is, and now we're getting a little concerned. But the government is hiding it. They're like, it's a top secret. The Biden administration is not basically what you call your transparency. Now, as soon as Mr. Trump is in there, yeah, I think they'll explain to us whether it's an invasion from Iran, secret stuff that's not so secret since everybody in the country's seeing it. Everybody's making a big deal. I hate the Bidens. I hate the Biden and the liberals. Make me hate things, and I don't like to hate. I like to live with a love in my heart for everybody. Amazon donut? Amazon donut? I don't even know what that is. That article's about. Is Amazon the delivery service delivering donuts? I wouldn't put it past them. Uh, Adams Thomas meeting. Oh, this is nice. I like this because this is a sanctuary city, the city I happen to live in, and we're letting the alien invaders, and I don't mean the ones from Mars. I mean the ones from Venezuela and South America, and primarily you're having trouble with the Venezuelans because apparently we're letting the criminal element from Venezuela in by the millions or hundreds of thousands. It doesn't take much to destroy your city. 100,000 murderous Venezuelans will do it. Not that Venezuelans themselves are bad people, but they got a particularly virile, a virulent, or virile, or vicious criminal systemation there. And that commie there, Mr. Venezuelan, is releasing all his criminals here. I don't like it. I think what we should do is we should send them back to Venezuela or put them in the Aleutian Islands. A cruel and unusual punishment. People will say, look, you can't put a bunch of hot-blooded Venezuelans in the Aleutian Islands. That's a good call. That's a Gulag Acapulco call. Why not? I'll tell you, the Venezuelans won't come back. What's this? Virginia's cut. Oh, you know what they're going to do in Virginia? You're going to take those sanctuary cities, those mayors, those commie mayors, and they're going to cut off the federal funding to them. That's what they do, and also the state money. That way they got no money. Because if you break the law, and also I'd arrest some of those damn mayors. Put them in jail. Put them in the Aleutian Islands with the rest of the Venezuelans. Oh, you make me so mad. Lucky was missing. Now, let me tell you something. We got this terrorist guy, this crazy person who he shot the CEO, the head of a corporation that administers insurance, the health insurance. Now, this guy was no angel. From what I hear, that's secondhand information because I'm not, privy to that personally. He was a bastard, and he was cheating the people, and nobody's gonna, and except for his friends and immediate family, nobody's gonna miss him. But you can't just shoot people for abstract reasons. If he directly had killed his mother or something like that, apparently this Gianluigi or Pagasso, this Italian kid, his family's well off. His mother wasn't insured by this particular company, from what I gather, and he wasn't. He got a back injury. He was always a left wing, the kid, and he went over the deep edge. He did old Ted Lewinsky, and he wants to kill all the rich people, and all to kill all the corporate people, and kill all the techie people. He's wacky. He's not right in the head. He went trans. Oh no, he didn't go trans. He stayed, but he's nuts. Trans separate. Oh, that's what they're also doing in Virginia. They're gonna have your different your athletic things. Your male, your female, and your in betweeners. Your transgender, which is really a bunch of people dressed up in the other costume or the other gender. Men who want to be women, they dress up as women, and they say, "Whoopie doo, I can compete with you in the athletics," and don't work out because generally men are superior athletes. We're built that way. Not that it's impossible for a woman to outperform a man. Of course they can. The outstanding female athlete can maybe out outperform the average or mediocre male athlete. That's true. But generally speaking, it's an unfair. It's not a fair thing. You just make it believe. You're not. Let me tell you something, transgender people. You're just some guy who dresses up in drag, or a female who dresses up in drag. It's not magic. You're not Dream Genie, okay? And it's all magic. And like the magicians do, the phony domies. Cross. Well, now here's from real magic. They have half of California burning down. Half of California's on fire, and people are suspecting it's the end times and God's trying to Sodom and Gomorrah the place. Anyway, they had a vast area burned down to the ground. And you know what survives? The cross of Christ. There you go. There's your miracle, your small miracle. Everything else is burned down. God's trying to say, hey, cut the crap. I'm here. I'm coming back and I'm going to collect, names. Oh my God. This is why we're going to be burned up alive. The Wright brothers, these real estate people. The three of them, there's two twins and one older brother, probably a bad influence on the twins. And for fun, they rape people, set them up. That's their thing. And you say to yourself, it's a power thing, it's a fetish thing, it's a perversion, because they don't have to rape nobody. They're rich. People are throwing themselves, and they're not bad looking guys. I mean, they're not gorgeous. They're not like the assassin. Yeah, but they're not bad. Let me see something. Oh, I've got my notes here on the paper here. Spot woman's in men's room. Yeah. Here's another thing. Don't grow cross. This happened about 10 years ago. These kids, they had a wild party. The cross kids, young men, white men for the most part, or almost all white, and they had a black stripper there, and she claimed that they had raped her, and they went through a whole thing. Now, they found out the kids were acquitted because they didn't, and they found the prosecutor was uh, withholding evidence that would show the kids were not rapists. And the girl, she ends up killing her boyfriend, finding God. And when she finds God, God goes, "Hey, why don't you tell the truth?" And the truth was she lied, which happens. I don't know how often it happens, but it happens often enough. Well, you shouldn't just take somebody's word when they say rape or murder. Murder, yes. If somebody says they murdered me and you murdered, then, well, they wouldn't be able to say it anyway. Trump is here's my old. Oh, I'm gonna take this away. What he's doing is he's ending the anchor babies. When you come into the country and you have a baby here, and then it becomes an American citizen. Because even though with all our troubles and how Biden almost destroyed the country, there still is the greatest country in the friggin' world. That's right. They're trying to kill the golden goose. The golden goose is being strangled by the one world government. This is true. Grimmage rape. Yeah, the Reaper. He's crazy. He's good looking. I have to admit, if I was a homosexual man, I'd go for that. But I'm not, so I don't. But aesthetically, I appreciate the situation. But the women are going crazy. Good looking women too. They want to take him under his wing, the psychotic murder. But ironically, he can't do the hoopy doop because he's in too much pain. That's what drove him crazy to kill people. They had this article about take a little nap, take a little power nap, and go to bed and be okay. I do that all the time. Look at my eyes. I'm trying to. I'll keep them open. Let we got a warped sense of right. We got a people's war by the commies on the high echelon, upper middle class people trying to kill the working class people and saying that they're for the working class. You can't kill me and tell me you're for me. Or say I break everything down to race. I had a hard life, and there's been worse. People are burned victims, but no. Who's that? Who's coming in? Sean, Paul. Okay, I'm going to sign this off. Answer me, whoever you are. You a murderer? Come on. I don't know at this point. I might be having hallucinations. Okay, we're going to turn this off. I might imagine that you're in here and you're not. Okay, we're going to turn this off. Ranting and raving at this thing. I didn't think you would be here. Okay, here we go. Boop, boop, boop.